I just bought a bust down, can't wait to hold it up. All these perks won't stay down, I keep on throwing up.
This is pretty much part 2 of the last video you saw, which is 5 flyout tricks you should learn. And after you get those down, you should go ahead and learn air tricks. 5 tricks you should learn on a quarter pipe. So like I said, this is kind of number 2 of the how-tos I'm going to be dropping because I'm on vacation. I may be on vacation while you see this, I don't know. I'm going to try to get as many of these little how-tos out because I can make them in mass quantity and put them out fairly quickly, so that way I still have uploads while I'm in Hawaii. But anyway, this is 5 tricks that you should learn on a quarter pipe. If you're all new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Greyson Roberts and I make how-tos, I make vlogs, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, I'll hit that like button so I know to make more videos like this to help you guys out. Make sure you click the link in my description. Thank you to everybody who has been buying the merch. I really appreciate it. And if you didn't watch last video, I mentioned something about if you buy merch, whether it's a sticker, whether it's a hat, a shirt, sweatpants, whatever it is, I'm going to start doing monthly giveaways to my fans who are buying things and supporting the channel. I'm going to try to give back, and I'm going to give you guys either some merch, some parts, whatever. So make sure you hit the link in my description, pick up some merch, and also hit that notification bell. All right, anyway, this is going to be 5 tricks you guys should learn on a quarter pipe. So the first trick I think you should learn is definitely just learn to air. A lot of people don't really know how to air a quarter pipe. And the secret is to just kind of carve around in the bottom of the quarter pipe, slowly get higher and higher until you start getting to the coping range. Once you get to the coping range, do little bunny hops so we can kind of catch some air and you kind of get the feel for the flow and all the pump. So do little tiny bunny hops. And then once you're comfortable with that and you're ready for the next step, so not super sketchy looking, the real form is when here's the coping, this is your front tire. You let your front tire pop out. You let your back tire pop out, and then you do the pulling motion. So eventually you're not going to be doing bunny hops. That's just to kind of get used to getting higher and higher and getting used to being off the ground. But eventually you're going to be pulling up, front tire douche, back tire douche, and then you're going to be in the air, and then you'll land back on your front tire. So that's just something people don't understand. I've been trying airs forever. They can get kind of high, but they look really clean, and they seem to max out because they can only bunny hop so high. So you just got to get used to pumping and just letting the ramp do all the work. Trick number 2 is a disaster. So if you know how to fly out 180, this is going to be a piece of cake. Even people who don't know how to fly out 180, this is so easy. Basically, you're going to rotate, you're going to fly out, you're going to rotate. And you're not going to 180, you're going to clip your front tire in. So you're going to go out and then you're going to do a 180 disaster. So that means your back tire is on the deck, your front tire is in the quarter. It's a really easy trick to do. It requires not that much speed and it's really consistent so you can do them in lines. It's just a clean, fun trick. I love doing 180 bar disasters to reverts in. It's just a super fun trick. It's a very basic trick. It's really fun to learn. And all it is you just rotate and you clip your tire. A lot of people I see, they'll go way too high. They're treating it like an air or fly out 180. It's kind of a mixture between both. You're barely going to fly out. You're just going to be right above the coping. And honestly, you're not even going to do a full 180. You're going to kind of do just under a 180, because if you do a full 180 and you're flying out, you're going to kind of fall over sideways and never get it. So you kind of got to under rotate to kind of absorb that extra impact of you kind of going sideways, so that way you don't fall over every single time. All right, so the third trick that you should learn is a double peg stall. So this trick is actually it's one of my favorites. It's super easy to learn, but a lot of people don't really know what's happening. So for a double peg stall, a lot of people I see fall over. They're going straight at it. What you want to do is you want to go up and kind of land on top of it, if that makes sense. So instead of going up and then at it to get your peg slammed on there, you're gonna wanna go up and land on top of it. Holy shit, I don't know if you heard that. So float up the ramp and just land on top of it. So a lot of people understand that. My good buddy Austin, he's my roommate, he's been trying to learn double pegs, and he's finally getting really close because he used to just hit it and then fall over. I'm sure if you guys ever tried double peg stalls, you'll just go up and you'll just fall over every time. Well, what helps is landing on top rather than landing into it. So land on top of it. And an extra hack that I always do, even with double pegs on rails, is I'll land on top of it. And what I do is once I'm in it, so pretend like I'm sitting in the thing, I keep my body weight in the ramp so that way it's impossible for me to fall over this way, and then I dip my wrists in. So I'm going up, I land on top, I'm dipping my wrist in, and I'm leaning out to the side. So that way I'm locked in, my weight's even because my bike's out here, I'm in here, and then all I gotta do is just pull my wrist back in to float in. So land on top of it, put your wrists inside the coping, and then keep your body weight outside so it's completely evened out, and you'll get a very consistent result every single time. Fourth trick that I think you should learn is, now this one's a little bit harder. You might not be able to learn on the corner. You might have to start on a bank. But what I think you should learn is a foot jam, because it's a hard trick, but it kind of plays off the same concept as the double peg. A lot of people really like foot jams. I think it's one of the cleanest, just easiest tricks that you can do on a quarter pipe. I absolutely love foot jams. So the key is the exact same thing as a double peg. Out into it, because otherwise you're going to get in the foot jam and you're going to fall over. What you want to do is float on top, but that's still not enough. So you're straight down. What you want to do is dip your wrist in so that way your bike is over the coping. Keep your body weight inside. That's the key. And then whenever you do it, your first one, you're probably gonna be like super low. You're gonna go in, you're gonna be super sideways. So you're gonna go up, you're gonna be keeping your body weight in. Your bike's probably gonna be completely fucking horizontal, so that way you can get the balance. But the more you get used to it, the more you can go up into it, keep your wrist in, keep your body weight out, and that's gonna keep you from falling over just like the double peg. It's honestly one of my favorite tricks, and they're really easy to link together. Like all the time I'll go out, I'll do a bar manual foot jam. I absolutely love it. All right, so the fifth and final trick that I think you should learn on a quarter pipe is absolutely any air trick, whether it's a air one-hander, air one-footer, air seat grab, bar spin air, anything, because the second you learn one air trick, you get used to the whole wonky feeling of flying out of a quarter pipe or airing out of a quarter pipe and moving your bike. So once you get over that weird initial feeling of airing out of a quarter pipe and then your bike doing weird shit because you're doing tricks, that is so essential. Because let's say you go out and you do a one-hander. As soon as you're used to being in the air sideways and when you're airing out of a quarter pipe and you take your hands off, that unlocks unlimited possibilities because you're like, oh, it's just like doing a flyout, I'm just sideways. So once you do the one-hander, you can go seat grab, T-bar, bar spin, tuck, anything you want to do. You can even do 360 to airs, you can do alley-oop airs. The second you get comfortable doing tricks sideways, you unlock anything you want to do, and it's a really, really good stepping stone to hit because then you're just, your skill level airing out of a quarter pipe, airing a quarter pipe just absolutely skyrockets. All right, guys, this has been 5 things you guys should learn on a quarter pipe. I really hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, like, all that good stuff. Links in the description. Go pick up the merch. And I hope to come out with more vlogs soon. My favorite thing in the world is vlogging because it's just me and the homies doing funny shit at the skate park, doing challenges. But since I'm on vacation, I'm pumping out some how-tos for you guys. So when I get back, I can focus on just outrageous content. And I'm even considering doing a 24-hour challenge at the skate park with the crew. Let me know in the comments if that would be fun. Anyway, Boss Squad, see you in the next one. Peace.
I need 10 so I can look at the snakes and poses. I need 10 cause bottom head is non-disclosure. I need 10 so I can live with a peace of mind without niggas taking a piece of mine.